In this lesson, we're going to continue to build elements and parts using RHINO and doing a little bit of design and architecture. And I want to show you how you can create like a customized design for a sliding panel, which could be like a sliding window, a sliding door. Could be also like a bigger curtain wall or a glass wall. So it depends on the size of the opening that you created, then you can create something inside which has like a framing and one single panel sometimes. But if the window or the curtain wall is too big, you need to create like separations. So you need to extract a structure with the frame and panels. And so from we're gonna finish also this little house. I created here a roof, and also I can show you here how you can do it by extracting lines and working with this menu right here, which is called the curve from object menu. And also we will use the surface creation toolbar. And here also a couple of examples of how we can create openings starting from the mass project that we did before. We can start to create openings and then again place panels and create frames and fixtures. And also this was like the another option here we created with in the previous video, and we're gonna convert these surfaces later on. So let's go here on the house, and I'm gonna start with the paneling right here to this window. So if you experience like slowdown of the mouse, what you can do is select the object, and if you go back here to the standard, you find the zoom selected, so it's gonna like calibrate the zoom, so you're gonna work better when you are working on a precise part of the building. Okay, so this is our opening. So we can create a box inside, or we can create a plane, but also we can use the curve from object section, which is really interesting, and let's see what it's about. So I'm going to show you the project later on. Also, where do you find this? Well, these are curve from objects, and it be found also here in the standard menu, and here on the left side you have this icon. So if you click on the little arrow, you can click and drag, and you can make this toolbar floating, which is something I usually do when I'm working on a specific topic, like in this case. Okay, so we're gonna skip the two first ones, which are projects. Then we have a series of duplicate and extract. Now this can help you to get curves from 3D objects, which is kind of the opposite of what we did before when we used like a CAD view. Let me just push this up here, this, okay. So we imported a CAD file, and we created a 2D CAD, and then we extracted, or better, we extruded the 3D solid out of that. So we're gonna do like the opposite. From the 3D solid, we can extract curves. Now let me just do a quick example. If you do like extract wireframe, look what's gonna happen. So if I push this down, you can see I've extracted all the structure lines of these buildings. So I can take them and use them for whatever. So I can take, for example, here the border of the window and create a framing. I can take this corner and do something else with it, like a sweep or something else. I can take the bottom and create the pavement, which is something I've done up there. But also we have other tools here which are really interesting. Another one that I use is section, and also you can create 2Ds drawings, but we're gonna see that later. I'm gonna show you here. So in this case, I want to duplicate, well, I cannot duplicate a face border because this is not a border. If you do this right now, you're gonna like duplicate the entire wall with the opening. So that's not necessary. And with this one here, duplicate border, you need an open face. So for example, if I can do it with this. So this is an open surface, an open face, and I can extract or duplicate the border. There you go. And then with that, I can do something else. So here, what I would use is the duplicate edge. So essentially, I just need to select here the edges. And you can see this is also an oblique wall, so it's difficult to do this in a with a rectangle. So that's, you know, faster. And we have now this element. Now, if I use coplanar, since this is a planar set of curves, it's gonna close it into a panel. All right, now what if I want to well, you know that if I want, I can create a single frame and a single panel. We already did that. But what if I want to create some divisions? Now, there are a series of tools that you can use. This one here is extract isocurve. Now, if I use this and I select this surface, you can see I can define horizontal lines. So I'm already creating panels here. So these are 3 panels. And I can change, I can toggle, and this becomes the V direction, which goes on in vertical. So I can create something regular. I can use the midpoints here, or, you know, give some precise distance, or I can do something like more random and more playful. Okay, so when I'm finished, and also here you can change the direction, UV or both. If you do both, you're gonna create 2 lines, one vertical, one horizontal. Once you created your pattern, you right click to exit the command. And if you see here, if you select this is gonna have now, you know, all these curves, but these are not actually inside that object. They are just extracted. So when you extract, you are basically duplicating. So let me just delete these curves. So what I can do with this line in the middle is I can split. So this will divide. So cutting objects is that, select object to split is going to be this, enter, and select again cutting objects, enter. Okay, so you can see split this into 2. So I can create like 2 sliding panels with this. Now, if I want to make a sliding panel, I need to make a slide, well, and not put them in the same position. So something like this. But the gamble here is not okay, because this is not aligned to the world, so we need to change the gumball alignment. So just type gumball and select gumball alignment, and you can change it here. So instead of using the world, we're going to use the object. So it's going to now be better for a sliding device in this case. Okay, so but this is just a face. How do we make those framing, you know, etc, etc. Well, I don't want to create a sliding like I did here. I want to do like a fixed system of curtains. So I'm gonna go and delete also this line. So instead of using the isocurves, extract isocurves, because I don't want to actually extract them, I want to work inside that face. And we instead of being in the surface tools, we're gonna move into the solid tools. And we already saw that we have the possibility here to split planar faces, move the edges. So we're gonna split these planar faces, and we can use a start, which could be our midpoint again. So if we want to more precise, and press enter. And also we can continue. So well, this is let's press enter. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. So you can see that there is just one object. Okay, but it has been split in the middle. And then we can continue to split in other ways. But also, if we go with the solids again, let's go down and go to the solid edit tools. So are we working with edges here? No, so we don't need this. We can go to face, and we can, here you can see we can split the face. So we can select the faces to split, and here we have isocurves, and again, U direction. Okay, so you can see now I can start to split. I can toggle and say V,